Hey everybody, the Banga's back. Welcome to part 2 of Let's Play Thomas Was Alone, brought to you by GameAnyone.com. Unfortunately, I had a bit of a failed recording because I was interrupted last time I tried to record part 2. That being said, if you're resuming a game file and you're too far ahead, just go to Scenario Select over here because that's really your level select. Now, I do have, like, almost every level done except some levels, but if you haven't done them, you can't select them. The ones you have done, you can just go back to at any time you want, which is pretty good. And now we're gonna find out the fate of Claire.
So, this was how Claire would die. She knew it would happen eventually.
Oh, this is so sad. I don't want to see her go.
She was rubbish at jumping, and she moved slowly. She felt a little like her continued existence was breaking some kind of natural order.
She's feeling blue, no pun intended.
The crumbling pillar was a dramatic death, she supposed.
Yep, time for it all to come to an end.
What? Claire couldn't shake the feeling that she was not, in fact, dead. It was at that moment that Claire realised she had superpowers!
The powers of buoyancy. That's super.
She'd need a cape. There was no getting around that. You couldn't be a superhero without a cape. Claire didn't want confusion.
What are you talking about? Of course you don't need a
If you saw a
cape.
cape, that made matters clear. You knew what you were dealing with. Claire was all about communication.
Even though she's a square.
You know, floating in water, which was her superpower.
Yeah, you don't really need to talk that much if you can float. Nobody else can.
All right, fear not, my skinny friends, for I am Claire, and I will save you.
Can you really consider Chris skinny?
Claire needed to come up with a superhero name as soon as possible. Claire was rubbish.
Ouch. Shots fired. What's wrong with being called Claire, anyway? At least you're not called Bella. Or God knows what else. Blue Square. Claire's a nice name.
Claire arrived just in time, which was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive.
Or for a wizard. Like me. Okay, so since it's raining, the water is going to climb up. So make sure you utilize Claire to your full potential. When you're in water, she can actually jump with a character on her. If you're on land, you can't do that. Be sure to keep that in mind. And also be careful when you jump when you got a character on you, because if you sink too far down...
to rise, Claire vowed to save this little rectangle in as many restarts as it took.
Thanks, Danny Wallace, if that's your real name. For interrupting me earlier, as I was about to say, because if you sink too far down...
If Thomas would make a good sidekick. Or was she more the lone Avenger type? She'd like that. The sole hero in a world of rectangles and conveniently placed pools of toxic water.
If you sink too far down, you die. Okay, there, I said it. Claire will be okay, but your other characters will not. Oh, now we're gonna do this. Looks like I have to use John. Sorry, Chris. I think I'll just let Chris go on ahead. Make sure everybody gets up there. Huh. Poor Chris, look at him. He's carrying Claire. She heavy.
The others told Claire that staircases were a bit of a fixture here. Claire wondered why the world made it so difficult.
Because blue squares are for jerks. Oh, wait. Or ones that don't want to float. Or do want to float. Blue squares don't want to float. Blech. F my brain, can't talk. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I still need John over here to allow Chris to get down here. We should get him to his exit point. And I believe I need to ferry John over to the other side. I didn't see his exit point anywhere. Probably on the other side of the water. Alright, we made it! Well, This is gonna be tricky, though. Remember, you gotta put Claire over here first. Because John can jump over Claire, but Claire cannot jump over John. Be sure to keep that in mind when you position your characters.
Claire probably needed a nemesis. A villain who would show their true colours at the worst possible moment, hurting all she held dear.
Out of all those characters, who would you have as a
Chris
villain?
was the most obvious choice. He seemed stroppy enough, and his jump was so pathetic that it conveniently avoided Claire's insecurities.
Wow, shots fired.
Yes, Chris. Diabolical Chris. The fiendish Christopher.
Why not Cruel Chris? That'd be even better. Not Diabolical Chris. Maybe if his name was Daniel, I can understand Diabolical, but Chris? No, doesn't fit me at all. Or doesn't fit Chris at all. But that's my humble opinion. Maybe you have a different one than me. That's entirely fine. Ah, damn it. Now we gotta position ourselves over here. Do this. Thomas over here. John over here. And Claire can go back to her exit point. Alright, so far so good.
Wait, where had Chris gone? Was he off somewhere? Plotting Claire's downfall?
Ooh, that's really
Claire
diabolical.
was honest, and she had to be because she was a superhero. This was a troubling turn of events.
Oh, I'm sure even Batman had to lie about certain
Still.
things.
There were reasonably sized bodies of water to cross.
That's true. More like unreasonably sized, am I right, guys? Am I right? I'm right, so admit it. Alright, so far so good. Just gotta ferry these two across. It's a bit tedious at times, but you gotta do it. Otherwise you would die and your characters would have to start over. And nobody wants that. Can it be done like this? Let me put John over here so he's right flush. That way he won't have to worry about clearing over John. And again, he can just jump over him, but not when you get over to this point. Then he would just cause a blockade, like, well, this. If Thomas is on the right side, would not be able to make it. So like I said, just pay attention to each character's positions, as well as the exit points positions. And you should be fine. Most of these levels will just be a breeze to you.
Moving platforms over water, eh? Claire's newly heightened senses told her that there were multiple paths across with various possible configurations of the little posse.
Oh, damn. Totally botched that one. That's alright. So remember, there's no permadeath. Looks like Claire's gonna be needed here. So, why don't I let John get across first? And after that, then I'll let Claire take over. So luckily her jump is not that bad that she can't even get across these. And plus she's quite wide as well. So you can take advantage of that. All aboard the SS
They were
Claire!
doing really well. Claire hoped she could get them all across. John was fully aware he could do this alone. Thomas hoped he'd never have to.
Or maybe he will someday. But let's hope not. Because there's only so much Thomas can do! Alright, we made it! Well, almost made it. Still Claire to worry about. Ah, never mind. Put it right here. It almost looks like a smokestack. Ooh, spikes! This could be an issue. Just don't jump into the spikes.
Was alone, which was odd because she wasn't meant to be alone.
Yeah, the game's not made
She
for her.
needed to be where there were rectangles to save.
Yeah, but no
Being
triangles.
the only superhero in a given space kind of defeats the object.
True.
Spikes? That was new. Claire avoided them. She decided they were most likely her kryptonite.
Or Mega
Not
Man's.
the rubbish red kryptonite either, the proper radioactive green stuff.
Oh, there's Thomas. Sort of a rectangle.
Wow. Deja vu.
Yeah, this is pretty much the same level.
The world was repeating. And this time Thomas was here. Claire felt something had gone wrong. There was a disturbance in the Force.
I find the Force
Something had altered the
disturbing.
Matrix. The world was reacting to their progress. It was amassing its forces. It was plotting against them.
Dunna!
Claire finally had a nemesis.
The game? Well, everybody's gotta be an enemy at some point, or everything. Grandpa Simpson, clouds were the enemy. What else was he yelling at him at one point in his life? Alright, so it looks like we're gonna make it through this level pretty easily. The entire chapter. Wow. At this point, maybe I should do 2 chapters per video. Be a better idea. Build protections into the system. When overlaps occur, the world generates a splitter to remove the unwanted additionals. It's like a white blood cell. It investigates, it captures, and it removes from play. Almost like Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, new character! So say hello to Laura.
Laura was pleased this one was behind the wall. Maybe he'd never know what she could do. Maybe they could just have a conversation. Hang out.
Yeah, she's a terrible
As long as
jumper.
He didn't find out what she could do. Which would never happen so long as they stayed separate.
Yeah, but there's Chris with her. But Laura does have a special ability that could make her useful. Despite her
Laura
shitty jumping.
didn't have time to worry about the ominous pixel cloud. It had been following her for some time, and it had kept itself to itself until now.
So anyways, here's his ability.
More important was
She's
the little
bouncy.
orange thing, which was looking at her in a way that she kind of, well, liked.
Ooh la la, looks like we got a bit of romance on the go between a square and a rectangle.
As the square, who had shyly introduced himself as Chris,
But diabolically.
bounced atop Laura, she began to worry that he was just using her like all the others had.
She likes being
They all
bounced on.
bounced too, and then they disappeared when her back was turned.
She doesn't have a back. She's just rectangular. How can you tell which side's the back?
Only the ominous pixel cloud ever remained, looking a little bigger and a little less hungry with every disappearing friend.
Well, maybe because these friends keep getting devoured. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not there. I'm just experiencing the game.
With every bounce, Laura found herself less and less irritated by Chris. She started to miss him when he wasn't there, on another platform or something.
Aww. Luckily, she's just as wide as Claire, so take advantage of that if you try to make these long jumps. You have a lot more wiggle room. And she can fit in tight spaces, which could also come in handy. Which I don't think Chris can, because he's a little bit tall.
What he was up to? Was he missing her? He wasn't saying very much.
Oh, she's getting a little insecure. But then again, she's had friends that abandoned her, so I can understand her sentiment. Maybe I'd feel the same way. So I want her up here so Chris can reach this part. Now I can just put her back. Alright.
Chris was in love. She was perfect. He had to tell her so.
Okay, this part you gotta be
At some
careful
point,
with.
He would definitely tell her.
Why? Because,
Probably
well,
best to wait for a
if
moment the
you're not
large,
careful, you
ominous
can bounce
pixel
Chris into
cloud wasn't
spikes.
about, though. Yeah, probably best to wait.
Yeah, that's not exactly a good time. Oh, gotta go back so Laura can get up here. And it can be a very convenient looking bridge. Watch. Actually, this may not seem so convenient after all if he's gotta bounce all the time. Just inch ever so slowly. Better that than trying to risk having Chris make these jumps. So just play cool. inch ever so slowly. It's a bit tedious, I know. Actually, screw it. Let me just do this. It actually is much faster, because Laura doesn't have to jump. All she has to do is just glide across the gaps, because she's wide enough to not fall through. Like so. It does make that irritating noise, though. It's just scuffing against the edges. Oh, wait a minute. Company! I bet Chris is gonna be pissed off.
Chris was massively disappointed to run into the gang again. He'd enjoyed the alone time with his new girlfriend.
Oh, he's getting jealous. I don't like that at all. Oh, wait a minute. Chris, you stuck? There you go. Okay, you're gonna be needed for this. Lots of switches to be pressed.
To refer to Laura as his girlfriend? Only if I say it out loud, he told himself. He didn't want to scare her off.
Yeah, but that obvious jealousy might do that for you. Alright, have John press this switch. Now, where's the exit to? It's probably down to where Laura is. Alright, let's go right there now. Uh-oh, looks like we might have a bit of trouble. Wait, I know what to do. Let's try this? Can I get Thomas up here? Why did I have Chris over in this spot anyway? I have no idea. So, let's think about this for a moment. I think I might have done goofed up. Because there's no way I can reach that. Do I have to start this level over? Yeah, let me restart the level. I think I screwed it up. It's very rare for you to screw up a level, but apparently this was one of those times.
Was massively disappointed to run into the gang again.
Let's try this again.
He'd enjoyed the alone time with his new girlfriend.
Anyways, maybe if I do it right this time, by not having Chris over to where John went, it should be okay. So let's do this again, and this time we do it right. Or, well, I do it right.
To refer to Laura as his girlfriend? Only if I say it out loud, he told himself.
Alright, let's try like this.
Scare her off.
Keep him on the right side this time. Yeah, because that was a dumb idea for me having Chris over on this side where he can't just get up there. Alright, and Laura's already in position. That's beautiful. Now for 3-7.
The others seemed suspicious of Laura, and the eager-looking pixel cloud of death which seemed to be watching her. Sure, they'd use her inherent bounciness to reach slightly higher jump points, but
like so.
Didn't strike up a conversation with her. Chris found them rude.
Oh, they're the rude ones?
And always there.
Anyways, let's just have John push all these switches. Yes, every one of those switches. Give Laura lots of bouncing time to let Chris free. Good thing Chris is orange and not brown, am I right, guys and girls? Alright, so put John over here. And Laura's should probably be on the far right. Oh, wait a minute. I got an idea. This video is brought to you by the letter T! And I, not affiliated with that rapper. Okay, now this level can be tricky. I remember this one giving me a lot of grief. So let's just play it cool for now.
The others wouldn't drop it. Who's that cloud guy? Why is he following us? What's that rumbling hungry sound he keeps making? Chris, can we just leave Laura behind?
Who would say that? Was that John? Oh. Yeah, you gotta be paying attention to all these platforms because you're gonna be hopping across them numerous times with each character. So with that, we'll just leave Chris over here, and John is stuck. Was stuck. And now he's over here.
Rude.
Oh, rude. Wow. Looks like they're gonna come to fisticuffs someday. If they had limbs. Well, maybe they can just ram right into each other. But let's hope that never happens. Now we gotta get Laura up here, and that's gonna be a big pain in the balls, because she's the worst jumper. Yeah, I think even Chris is better than Laura. But remember, she has a lot more surface area. So she has to account for that. Like so. Well, maybe that was a poor example. Well, what is these days a good example? And we do this over here. Beautiful. Well, let me put her in a better position. Whoa! Did not expect that at all. I suppose John can get up pretty high. Hit the switch, which I'm pretty sure is going to be very vital to us even getting there. Okay, Laura is going to be the biggest struggle out of the whole bunch. We're probably going to have to be using like multiple bits of platforming. Well, we can get up here, which is good to some extent. However, there's still the issue of getting all the way up. What if I do this? Can I get up the platform this way? Let's see. So if I can get Laura up there, then everything is honky-dory. Oh, that was too close. But I think this is going to be my best effort. There. Just get her on there first. Remember, she's going to be the toughest one. The rest of the building blocks should fall into place. I said blocks. Because they're like blocks. They're rectangles. And one square. Alright. So the thing about finishing this level, it's about timing. Because remember, they have to be all on that point at the same time. So let's hope this works. Yes, it does. It had to eventually. Uh-oh. Now we got this kind of level. With 5 characters you have to control. And now we get the water. Hey Laura, you want to come with? Nope, gotta use Chris and Laura together.
Laura liked her new gang. She liked Chris. She liked having friends. These ones seem to be sticking around too. Not like those losers from before.
Yeah. Rectangles stick together! So where's the exit to? Okay, I think I know what needs to be done. Let's put Laura over here. That way John can get up here. Since we're gonna get more water, I better get Chris in position, otherwise he would drown. And that would render a lot of my progress quite moot. Okay, now this could be tricky. Yeah, because of that. So, how are we gonna make this work? Good question. Maybe if I do this. And maybe, can I get John over here? Like this. Okay. I think this is gonna work out. I mean, there are multiple ways you can solve some of these puzzles. You just gotta use your own intuition, that's all. So by doing like this, and there! Ooh, spikes. This could be a problem.
The pixel cloud was getting closer. It was spending more and more time hovering around. Laura could tell it was making the others uncomfortable.
Okay, so I might want to move Thomas over here. Okay, I think the spikes... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Alright, let's try that again. This time, Laura, don't die. John's got gotta move. Laura's goes over here. Let me put Thomas over here. I don't want him to bounce because of the spikes. Where was Chris's exit point? Where Thomas is now? I think so. Wait a minute. Wait. No! Let me move Laura a little bit. How do I distinguish? Maybe if I put Chris over here... Aha! That's what it is. It's just so tightly packed that you can just hardly tell where that exit point was. But now we know. No simulation can support too many entities. At a certain point, something has to give. If Thomas 18, 26, 23, 6, 12 hadn't possessed those exact personality traits, it's likely the story would have ended there. We'd still be in business. And I'm going to stop the video here, so in the next episode, we begin Chapter 4. Goodbye, everyone.